All right, good win for us, obviously. Important win for us. It put us in the playoffs. Our guys knew that going into the game. We saw the DC got beat, and, with this win, there's no way they could catch us. But that in our first goal is to get in the playoffs. Our next goal is to win our division, our conference. So if we win the next two games, that's what we do. So, and we play at home in the playoffs. So we got a lot more to shoot for. But I was happy with the play. Obviously, it's a tremendously dominant first half. I was proud of Dormady coming back, and having McFarland back helped a little bit too. He's a game breaker, and you could see that. Latimer had a great game. Our defense had a great game. They scored 47 points last week, and they had the top passer in the league. He was the number one in passing yards, passing percentage, least interceptions. Almost every category. He's number one in the league. Now they've only won one game, but it wasn't because of him. He can make plays and made a few plays in this game. But we just dominated the first half so much. I think. That was a big difference. Scored 20 points and a half. 20 points and a half in this league is tough to do because you don't have the ball, the clock's running, so forth. So it was hard for them to come back from that, and we had a touchdown call back, that would have put us further ahead, but. They fought hard. We knew they would. They've been in almost every game, and so they weren't quite in the game with us. They were still two touchdowns, 2 scores behind at the end of the game, which is a big victory in these games. If you notice, I mean, if you win more than 7 points, it's like I say, because of the timing of the game, and I think the teams are all have good players, and. Any given day they can play really well and beat you. And we've seen that throughout the league. So, really happy with our team. Excited to go forward. We're playing Birmingham next week here. They're undefeated, and we need to win. So it's and our fans this game. I thought we had a better crowd this game. Certainly a big factor, I think. The noise factor always. There's some sports there aren't home field advantages, but football is. And if your crowd's behind you, it gives you that little extra momentum once you get things going and things are going well. It just helps you play better, and our crowd did that tonight.
Question. What did it mean to you and to the team to see Quentin Dormady bounce back the way he did after last week?
Yeah, I knew Quentin would. I said it all week. He's our. He was right vying for the number one quarterback all year. He's really 3-1 as a starter since he's been starting. So, but especially this game in the first half, man, he came out to play and he did a great job.
What were some differences there that kind of got it going compared to last week in the passing game?
What's that?
What were the big differences that got the passing game going at that level compared to last week?
I think it was just, our coaches worked with him. He worked with our coaches. Our attitude stayed great, because you could get down because of that. And, he could be worried about being on a short leash. We told him he's starting, he's our guy. And I think that helped him because we believe in him. And he believed in what we're doing. So it's kind of a mutual deal there.
Coach, I want you to take us back to the that pass interference call on John Trey and the officials robbing Cody of his touchdown. What was your thoughts when he threw the super challenge? Did you really?
Well, I still think Dean ruled it wrong. Our guy came in and stopped, and their guy ran into our guy, and they initiated contact. If it's an interference call, then our guy would have to run into their guy, and that's not what happened. You have the ability to have your space, and when you stand there, you can stand there and the guy runs into you, that's his fault. That's not your fault. He's got to avoid you. Now, if you're moving and initiate contact and pick the guy, then that's a different thing. And I still think I'm really upset with that. Dean Blandino is he does some great things, certainly, but I think he made a huge mistake there. We still won the game, but it would have been out of sight then. It wouldn't have been, they wouldn't even been in the game at the last, which they really weren't. They still had we won by 2 scores.
How did Anthony McFarland's return change the offense for you guys?
Well, earlier in the year we saw him. He's a home run guy. He's not just a 5 yards and a cloud of dust kind of guy. He's a guy, if he gets through there, and we saw it tonight. He gets through there, he gets the ball out in open space. Watch out, because he can really go. Of course, he's been hurt for a few weeks, and certainly we won without him. But I knew he'd be that spark because he's a playmaker.
Coach, your defensive line got a lot of pressure on Luis Perez today, and for the most part, you were able to stop the running game. What led to that success?
What's that again?
Your defensive line put a lot of pressure on Luis Perez today.
Yeah, he hadn't been sacked. He was the least sacked quarterback in the league, too. So, besides all those other things, Luis is hard to get to. We did get to him some. We got some pressure on him. We got to him with a 3-man rush, So, my guys up front said we're the best 3-man rush in football. I got to agree with them because we did rush 3 a couple of times, and I think we got maybe 2 sacks and hurried him the other time. So those guys did a great job.
Anything else, Coach?
No, yeah, we just got a big game next week against a team that hadn't lost. We're going to try to get them in the loss column. Everybody come out and see us play. I think you'll enjoy our team. Thank you. What's that? Oh, one more picture. Are they asking for your picture or mine? Okay.
Holy fuck.
Let's start with questions.
Quentin, what did it mean to you to bounce back and deliver a game like this today?
Yeah, it's awesome. We needed it as a team, and obviously I needed it. Coming off the last couple of weeks, just struggling at times, but I think guys stepped up and made plays. Ant coming back was huge. Just adding another weapon on the field. So yeah, I'm happy with how I played.
Did you feel any extra pressure coming into the day, or was the mentality like?
No extra pressure. Just I know what I can do. It's just a matter of going out and doing it. Through the highs and lows of the game, that was something that I kind of emphasized with the offense. Like, there's going to be ups and downs, so let's just stay at it and not ride the wave per se. So I think as an offense we did that. We had some calls that didn't go our way that could have kept drives going. So I think overall we played really well.
How much does it help when your first pass attempt of the day is the longest passing play of the season for the Brahmas, 52-yard touchdown?
It's nice, yeah. To be able to just get the ball in space and let him go do what he does, it's pretty special.
Anthony, what did this game mean to you, the performance that you had today?
It meant a lot to me, honestly, just like being around these guys. Like, it's bigger than football. I just, like being around the team environment, just everything that has to do with football, off the field. And that's just like being around these guys, man. They're family to me. And, it's just a good feeling to be back, man.
Can you take us through that first catch? What did you see on that play that went for the long touchdown?
Really, I just got onto the flat, and I, Q gave me the ball, and I just, caught it and ran and took it the distance.
What are the emotions in that moment after some time away to be able to come back and make that kind of impact right away?
It's a good feeling because you want to help your team win ball games. Like, it's not like an individual game. It takes all of us, all 11. So it's just a good feeling. Like, when I make plays like that, I automatically think about the team. It's a team game. So.
I know we talked some weeks ago now, and you mentioned that this team kind of reignited your love for football. Was it tough to be away with an injury when you have that kind of feeling going on with you?
Yeah, it was tough, but I feel like this team is so different than any other team I've been on. Even when I was injured, like I still love coming in the building and just being around those guys, man. Like I always tell everybody, this is one of my like favorite teams I've been on, regardless of any level, like NFL, college, and so it means a lot to be around these guys. Like when I was even injured and even playing now,
What was the injury and what was the recovery process like?
I had like a little stinger. It was bad. The recovery process was good. I really couldn't do too much. Just like working my neck, doing manual stuff. But it was good.
I know you, like a lot of people, want to show what you can do, potentially get an NFL shot out of this. Is it meaningful now to be able to come back and have some production like this and be able to put it on tape?
Yes, I'll be lying if I say that's this is what I'm doing it for. Actually to win the championship, of course, with the team, but just to get back into that field.
Quinn, how does it change the offense when he's involved out there compared to having to go on without him?
I mean, I think that everybody saw that. He's a mismatch out of the backfield, and to be able to do like some scat stuff with him and just get him out in space, get him one-on-one with linebackers. I mean, they don't stand a chance. It don't matter how good of a linebacker you are. No linebacker can cover him. So, I think we had a good game plan to get him back involved, and then on top of that, I mean, obviously he is who he is. I mean, everybody saw that, but at the same time, I mean, we got dudes busting their asses downfield, getting him blocked so that he can make cuts off of them. So, obviously hats off to Ant, played a hell of a game, but the other receivers in our locker room played really, really well too.
You had a lot of success, obviously, with some short stuff to him and to Cody as well. What were some things that you saw in the defense maybe that opened up some of these routes for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think we had a good game plan coming in, just going back to the basics, and then I think guys just stepped up. I mean, Ant and Cody and guys like that, like, obviously they've had NFL experience, so that's huge. They, like mentally understand kind of what's going on. There was a couple times that I threw to Ant and I'm getting blitzed and he knows, okay, I got to get my eyes around quick. And then same thing with Cody. Obviously I played with him last year, so we kind of have that kind of connection. We've been together for 2 years now. And then, he just steps up and does what he does.
For both of you, what does it mean to be headed to the playoffs now?
I mean, it means a lot. That's the next step in the journey. But obviously, it's not over. We got a tough game coming up against Birmingham, and then St. Louis and St. Louis again. So, we got to get healthy and lock in for this next stretch of games, because it's not going to be easy by any means.
Like you said, it's a great feeling, man. But job's not done. We can celebrate us, clinching once going to the playoffs. But it's a lot of work more to be done. And at the end of the day, the end goal is to win that championship and having that confetti on it. So that's what matters.
Anything else? Anybody else?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Problem.